So now we are going to see the other two stub. Earlier we saw stub and totally stub in OSPF. Stub and totally stub in OSPF. Today we are going to focus on not so stub area and totally not so stubby area. To understand not so stubby area, we need two ISPs providing same routes. You see there is one ISP on the left. I'll call it as 1. There is another ISP which is running BGP. I'll call it as ISP 2. And now we got two ISPs. On the left hand side we have RIP. Through RIP the routes are getting advertised and redistributed into OSPF. Let's go and check whether it is happening or not. Router 3. Show IP protocol. We have RIP protocol, you see it is RIP and show run section router RIP. Yeah, so we take OSPF and we advertise into RIP. Likewise, show run section router OSPF. We take RIP and redistribute into OSPF, but I forgot to say subnet keyword. So that is very important. Subnet. Oh, come on, no. What happened? I said redistribute RIP subnets. Good. Now I also want to remove this old stub configuration which we did in the previous lab. I have to remove this from 4 and 5 as well. Okay. Show run section router OSPF. I want to see what is configured here. Okay, there's no stub configuration. Show IP OSPF neighbor. I see neighbor as 3 but not as 5. Maybe 5 has got stub config. Previous class configuration. Show run section we did totally stub only on router 5. We should put no summary. On the other routers like 4 and 3 we will just type this one. Someone asked question when I was closing the yesterday's session. Do we need to type this? Yes, the highlighted one should be typed on every router in this area. And only on the ABR you type no summary along with stub. Stub means type 4 and 5 denied. No summary means summary is 3, type 3 LSC. So we deny 3, 4 and 5. Alright. We have finished. Now I should see the routes from RIP. Show IP route OSPF. You see the external routes are coming from router 6. It's not coming from router 3. Show IP OSPF database. I'm looking for type 5 and I see these type 5s are coming from router 1, 16.1. This is ASBR. This is the IP address of ASBR, router ID of ASBR. Fine. Now why it is not coming from local? Let me check whether R3 is learning. Tell me, will R3 learn the RIP route? Please answer. No, it won't. Listen, I'll tell you. No. I'll tell you. Even if you don't redistribute, even before redistribution, it should see, but it will not see. Why? This 1111 is given by whom? RIP. Administrative distance is 120. Whatever is coming from BGP redistributed into RIP, same 111 network, it is coming with 110. Administrative distance is 110. You understand what I am saying? So R3 will prefer which one? OSPF one.
Okay.
So if I will go and decrease the RIP administrative distance to 100, what will happen? I'll start seeing RIP. Let me go to router 3 now. You see, show IP route OSPF. If I type RIP, I see the routes and it is coming from router 2. Show IP route. Okay, RIP routes are coming from router 2 and show IP OSPF database. This I am learning from router 2. But on router 4, show IP route OSPF, I see, it's good. I think there is no need for changing administrative distance. It is going via router 3. Router 4 is going via router 3 to reach this network. But router 5 prefers in router 5, I should see there are two databases. One is area 1000, the other one is area 0. I should see area 1000. Area 1000, if you see, this 111 network is coming from router 1, which is this RIP. 111 is coming from 8.8.16.1, which is this one, router 8. So router 5 says, I take this path. Router 4 says, I take this path. Let us trace route and see. Router 5, trace route 1.1.16.1. See, it goes to 8 and then 9. If I'll shut down the loopback on our R9. Let me go and shut down the router 9, the last loopback. Show IP interface brief. I'm going to shut down loopback 16. Interface loopback 16 shut down. So now what I'm expecting is when I trace route from 5, it should go to the left hand side. Wait for some time, the convergence may take some time. I'm expecting it to go via router 4 because via 4 also it is available. Before that, let me check whether 4 and 5 are neighbors. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Aha, that's no neighborship. That's the problem. We need to troubleshoot. Something is wrong between router 4 and 5. Show IP OSPF interface brief. That's why the output was not as per my expectation. Ping. The ping is happening, but the neighbor is not up. What might be the reason? Go to router 5 and troubleshoot. It's not coming out. Control X should bring it up, but it's not happening. We had to troubleshoot OSPF, show IP, OSPF neighbor. We don't have neighbor with router 3, router 4. Show IP OSPF interface brief. Router 4 is connected via F00, it's correct. Process ID, area ID is correct. This is correct, then why it's not forming neighbor? Let me check. Show run section router OSPF. Still this configuration is there. Router OSPF 1 new. Alright, so let's begin from the beginning. Let's Now router 3, let's see what it shows now. Show IP OSPF database. It shows 2 paths. Router 3 says to reach those internet networks. I have 2 paths. I can go to router 3, which is immediate left. I can also go to router 8, which is through router 4, 5, 6, 1 and 8. So there are 2 paths. Show IP route OSPF. The path it prefers is via 4. Please focus. I'm trying to take you close to not so stub area. Listen. Now it shows which one? Router 3. In order to go to these networks, I'll go to 4, which means it is not going this way. Instead, it is going via this way. This one you do not like. Why you don't like, you know? When you can easily go here outside, why we should use our processor, bandwidth, why we should make more congested? When we have an internet provider connected to area 1000, why should we go through the internet service provider via area 500? You understand what I'm saying? Hello. Right now, it is not taking RIP route. Why it is not taking RIP route? Administrative distance. So trace route 1.1.15.1, it goes via the long route. 1.1.1.16.1, it will go via the left because I shut down the port there. But it is not even going because the RIP route is not taken. What is this? It should go now. Wait, let me check. Why are you not going? Again, it is going to take 30 hops. I'll go and say unshut. Better. No shut. So that this trace will get end. It will come to an end now. Yeah, it is going to a long distance. Fine. Why it is not going to RIP? Let's check why it is not going to RIP. Router 2. Router 2. I don't have 16. Let's create one 16. Interface loopback 16. IP address 1.1.16.1. Now I want to test it again. See, it's going immediately via the left. It goes immediately via the left. Surprisingly. But for 15 it is still going via the right. Maybe the subnet mask I'm making some mistake. Here it is 24. What is the mask here? Here also 24, no? Router 3. For 15 it is...
But I think while giving you give us that 32 I think was once here.
Yeah, 32 is right only. Oh, yeah, correct. That's why maximum prefix length it is matching. So I need to go to router 9. Sorry, not router 9, router 2. I should give 24. You're right. Now on router 3, if I trace route, it will take the long route. It takes the long route. So the problem here is it is not using the local exit. It is going via the transit area and to the other remote area, and then it goes via BGP. How can you prevent this? It's easy. I'll tell you the secret. We are going to deny type 5 and type 4. So this entire area will not accept type 4 and type 5. But what is this RIP? It usually comes as type 5, no? If you deny type 5, then you cannot go left nor right. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Fine. But when you make it as a not so stubby area, what it will do, the not so stubby area routers will check whether there is a local ASBR. Which one is the local ASBR in this area? What? Local ASBR. ASBR is the place where you redistribute. R3, no?
R3, yes.
So what it will do, it will tell ASBR, we are not a simple area, we are not so stubby area. So what you do, don't send type 5 because they are not going to accept you. You send it as type 7. No one can stop you. No one can stop you. So R3, instead of advertising these RIP routes as type 5, it advertises type 7. Earlier when it was advertising as type 5, how the routing table was? Routing table was showing E. This is type 5. But when it is type 7, all this will show N. N. November. N. Not so stubby area. So your objective is met. Let's see now. Let's go to router 5 and configure not so stubby area. Please focus in the class. Show IP OSPF database. Right now you see type 5 for areas 1000. You see type 5 LSA. But after I finish configuring not so stubby area, you will not see any of this. You will see type 7. You will not see type 5 for area 0,000. For area 1000, you will not see. Let me configure not so stubby area. Please focus. Router OSPF 1. Area 1000 is not so stubby area. Boom. Likewise, I'll go to router 4. Router OSPF 1000. Area, router OSPF 1. Area 1000 is not so stubby area. Likewise, I'll go to router 3. Router OSPF 1. Area 1000 is not so stubby area. Fine. We have finished this. Next is, if you will check in the routing table now, show IP route OSPF. Wait some time, it will come. Show IP route OSPF. Look at this. Wait, it's still coming. It's still in the process. Let us check the database on router 4. Show IP route OSPF. Look at this. Let's come. N2 instead of E2. And it is pointing towards router 3, you see. It goes towards the left. It points towards router 3. Even router 5, if you go and check now. Show IP route OSPF. It points towards router 6. You know why it is pointing towards router 6? It is an ABR. It is also having connection to area 0. It is because of it is all because of, see, it's supposed to go like this, but it goes via area 0. The reason is the metric. Yeah, we need to set OSPF cost higher towards area 0 to achieve this. Anyhow, what we have planned is already achieved here. What? Router 4 is going via this way. All the internal routers will go via this way. If you want ABR also to go via this way, the cost on this way should be higher. So I'm going to say on router 5, interface F0/1 IP OSPF cost 25. Show IP route OSPF now. You see, oh no, all still goes via router 6. I need to go and change the type as E2. That is also a very important factor. While redistributing router OSPF 1, do show run section router OSPF. We should change the metric type while redistributing. Only then the path cast will be added. See, the metric type is not added. We learned this a long back. Metric type 2. Sorry, 2 is default 1. Now you will see the difference. On R5, still it goes via this way. It is preferring via area 0. Because it is an ABR, we cannot avoid this because it's a member of area 0 also. So you focus only on internal routers. All the internal routers, I have only one internal router. And this is an ASBR router. All these router 4, 3, they all go through this way. Trace route from 4 and see. Trace route 1.1.1.1. See, it goes via left hand side. Trace route 1.1.16.1 goes via left hand side. It is not going via right hand side. Before it was going via right hand side. The reason is type 5 is denied. See, show IP OSPF database. You will not see type 5. What is you are seeing here is type 3. After type 3, you will see type 7 only. After type 3, you will see type 7. Type 4 and 5 is denied. So local AS type 5 is converted as type 7 and the type 5 and 4 are denied when you configure not so stub area. Did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Right, now next is we are going to make it as totally not so stub area. See, currently what is denied? Can someone say what is denied getting inside this area? Your voice is not clear. Make it clear. What did you say?
Type 4 and type 5, sir.
Type 4 and 5 is denied. Wait, that's what I want.
Yes.
I want only that. Type 4 and 5 is denied. But if you want to deny type 3 also, what is the name of type 3 LSA? Summary LSA. So you need to say, only on ABR, you need to say, not so stubby area, no summary. When you put this, even the inter area, these routes will not come in. So what you will see in this area router is type 7, type 1, type 2. Isn't right? Yeah. Now let me show you that. On R4, if you notice, there are a lot of type 3. All this type 3 will be removed and only a default route you will have. Currently your routing table, you see, show IP route summary. It says it is saying that the memory occupied is this much. Inter area is 21 network. Inter area means coming from other area. We can avoid this 21 network. We will have only one default route, and this will go very less. You see, just go to router 5. Before that, I want to show you some more. Show IP route OSPF. You see, these all IA will be removed because type 3 we are going to block. That's what called as totally not so stubby area. Go to router 5 only. The other router should still have no not so stubby area configured. I'm repeating in English. Other router should still have not so stubby. I did not remove NSSA. Did I remove? I did not remove from these routers. So please, only on router 5 you add additionally another command. Similar thing we did for totally stub. Now we are doing for not so stub. Area 1000 is not so stubby area. We have already given. I remove it. Instead I put area 1000 is not so stubby area. No summary. Okay. Now I'm going to take you to router 4 and show you the difference on router 4. Earlier the routing table was having lot of E. Sorry, not E, IA. You were having a lot of IA routes. But now you got a default route as IA. All the rest are vanished. Check the size of the routing table. Earlier you were having some 11,000. Now you have only 6,000. And earlier you have somewhere around 21 networks or something. All gone. And when I type show IP OSPF database, as a type 3 LSA, you will see only one default route, summary LSA. Only one default route. So you have type 7, type 1 and type 2. Type 3, 4 and 5 is denied if it is totally not so stubby area. But still you can ping other area. Other area is what? 8.8. See, I'm pinging router 8's loopback. 8.8.12.1. How it can ping? It pings because of the default route. Trace route 8.8.12.1. You can see it goes via router 5, 6, 1 and 8. But when I type show IP route 8.8.12.1, there is no route. It uses the default route. And when you say trace route 1.1.16.1, it goes to the left hand side. So we have totally not so stub area. What is totally not so stub area? Type 3, type 4, type 5 denied. Simply not so stub area is only type 4 and 5 denied, and type 7 is received from the local ASPR. Right, I'll stop here.